Good day, Unisa students. Thank you once again for joining us on our broadcast. My name is Zuzega, and those who are joining us for the first time, welcome to the Student Retention Unit's broadcast. The broadcasts are meant for first-year students. So we have the First Year Experience Program, which is funded by the Department of Higher Education and Training to help provide more support for students that are coming into Unisa for the first time. So the program aims to provide extended support to students, and by doing so, we take the crucial information and we bring it to you, be it from the support services, be it from the academics, but we take the information that we feel is important and we bring it to you. And in doing so, we also want you as students to let us know what you think is important for you and the information you want us to bring to you. So please send me an email, give me a call, let me know what support you believe students need more, and I will work on that. So today we're going to be discussing the submission of assignments, the importance of assignments. So we've invited Mike Dutoit to tell us more about the importance of assignments and why students have to do assignments and how you can submit your assignments. And remember, we are at a very difficult time and difficult point as a country. We into the 21 days of quarantine. So students are at home and some won't be able to submit assignments, the physical assignments, the handwritten assignments. Therefore, you will learn more on how to submit online. So if you've written your assignment using paper, you will have to scan that assignment and then upload it on my Unisa. In that way, the lecturer will be able to receive your assignment much more quicker. So please, let's give Mike an opportunity to share with us the importance of assignments. Thank you very much, students.
Good afternoon, everybody. I trust you're all out there, and we're looking forward to a good presentation today. We're going to talk about assignments. And this is one of those daunting tasks that faces all students when we start at Unisa. And for each of your modules, you're going to have assignments. And over the years, I've got a lot of questions from students. And what we're going to try and do today is I'm going to try and address some of those questions. And hopefully that'll give you some guidance and help you on your career at Unisa. So let's get started. Why do we need assignments? This is the first question. But why? I'm studying at a distance education institution. Just let me register, give me my material, and let me write an exam. Well, that's not how it works. Okay, we use assignments for two different purposes. And the first purpose is for a teaching purpose. Okay, so we use these assignments to make sure that you have mastered the content. Okay, in order for you to graduate, we need to be sure that you actually understand the material and are able to apply that material or use that material in the real world. So for us, the assignment is about ensuring that you have mastered the content. And then secondly, these assignments are there to prepare you for the exam. Okay? A lot of times you'll find that your assignment questions reappear in the examinations. So it's important that you apply your mind and focus on these assignments and do your best. Okay? Also, we use those assignments to give you feedback. So when you've written an assignment and maybe we've given you a low mark, we're going to give you some comments. Feedback is just so important in the distance education environment. So we give you some feedback, and that feedback is there to help you prepare for the exam. Okay? Secondly, we use the assignments for administrative purposes. Okay? First off, proof of life. We need to prove that you're out there, you're a real person, and you're actually studying. All right? Otherwise, we just take your money when you register, and then we never see you again. So we need to understand or know that you are out there as a real person and you're busy working through your studies. All right? And then secondly, the assignments are used in order to grant you exam admission. Okay, so during the year, you're doing these assignments, which we call formative assessment, okay, because it forms your year mark and it forms the basis of the knowledge, until we get to the exams, which we call summative assessment, which is the summation of that year's work. Okay, so we need to make sure that you've done your assignments in order to give you admission to that exam. And once you have exam admission, then you can write the exam, you can get a final mark and so forth. And then also we use those assignments, thirdly, to generate or create a year mark for you. So again, this comes down to you progressing through the year or through the semester, building up a year mark, which then is combined with your summative, your exam mark, in order to have a final result for that module. Okay, so those are the reasons we need assignments. Common question I get is, when do I have to submit my assignment? Okay, and being a student and having been a student and knowing students and dealing with students on a daily basis, I know that the answer to this question from your perspective is as soon as it's due, by the last possible minute. So if it's due 12 o'clock on Thursday night, you're going to submit it at 11:59. Okay? I know that's what you're going to do. Try not to. For a multitude of reasons, try to get the assignments in as early as possible. Imagine you're submitting an online assignment and the internet goes down. And let's be honest, folks, this is South Africa. We're currently facing load shedding. What happens if you have load shedding just when you're trying to submit the assignment? You need to take responsibility for submitting that assignment on time. Okay? This is adult learning. So if you come along with a ESCOM load shedding excuse, we're not going to accept that. In adult learning, you have to take responsibility for your due dates and making sure you meet those deadlines. Okay, so it's always best to plan ahead and get your assignment in before it is due. Okay, and your due dates, you're going to find your due dates in your 101 tutorial letters or on your module site. Now, Sam mentioned that you should get your My Life address, and it's very important that you get a My Life address, but you should register on My Unisa because there's so much valuable information and interaction happening on the My Unisa site for your module. So if it's an online module, you can go to that site, you can find all your due dates, you can submit assignments, you can find everything there. Even if it's a module that you receive in print, you can still go to that module site on My Unisa and check your assignment due dates. Okay? On your My Unisa site for the module, we have a link on the left-hand side called Official Resources or Official Study Material, and that's where you're going to find your 101 tutorial letter, which you can download if you don't receive it in the post. Okay? And then for online modules, we normally provide instructions on the site. You'll also find on your My Unisa site, on the top left-hand side, is a link that says Assessment Info. Okay? And assessment is obviously the umbrella term for both assignments and exams, and you can find your due dates there, and if you want to submit an online or written PDF or something along those lines, you can actually use that link to submit. You'll find a table with all your assignments, the due dates, and you can submit it on there. Right, here's some more questions. You received in your study pack, you would have received a whole bunch of stationery. And one of the first things people find is what's called a mark reading sheet. Now that's used only for multiple choice questions. So if you have an assignment that's multiple choice, you can fill it in on that piece of paper, put in all the details, put in the unique number, put in your student number, color in all the answers that you believe to be correct. Put it in an envelope and send it to us. Okay? When it comes to multiple choice though, I strongly advise you to use an electronic means of submission. It's just so much easier. You can go via the My Unisa site. Instead of coloring in the blocks, you can just click on the correct answers. Okay? Or alternatively, you can go to your app store. If you're in Apple, you can go to the App Store. If you're using an Android device, you can go to Google Play, and you'll find there the Unisa multiple choice app. And you can actually download that and submit your multiple choice assignments via your mobile device. Now, personally, I recommend that because it's just so much easier and there's so much more control. Instead of having to color in things and then when you make a mistake, you have to erase it and so forth. But to get back to the question, that's what a mark reading sheet is for. Then you'll find you also got some barcode stickers in your study pack. Now you can use those barcode stickers. You can see it just says your student number, and you use that when you submit it. You put it on the envelope. And that helps us when we receive it here to actually allocate it to the correct module, to the correct student, and the correct, that's what the unique number is for as well, so we know that which assignment it is you're submitting. Remember folks, we're getting hundreds of thousands of assignments on a daily basis. Okay, every semester there are millions of assignments that come to Unisa. And if you're still using the postal system, then that assignment needs to be sorted and allocated correctly to you. So when you submit it, make sure you use the right barcode. Okay, make sure you include your address on that assignment, on the assignment cover page, so we know it's you. Don't ever submit more than one assignment in one envelope, please. It's going to get lost. They're only going to find one of those. Okay, and you can't take that chance. Remember, this assignment is giving you a year mark and it's getting you into the exam. So don't take a chance. I've mentioned the unique number. You'll see in your 101 for each assignment you get a unique number. And again, that's because there's just so many modules at Unisa and so many assignments that we need unique numbers in order to allocate and make sure that yours gets marked correctly. And then the last question on this page is, do I have to use the stationery provided by Unisa? No, of course not. Okay, especially not when it comes to typing or printing out an assignment. No, you can use whatever stationery you want, but you must make sure that the correct details are on your assignment. So make sure the unique number is there, make sure your student number is there, and a return address. Okay, for a written assignment, you want that feedback. So you want us to mark it, tell you what you did right, tell you what you did wrong, and we need to be able to send it back to you so that you can improve for the next assignment or be better prepared for the exam. Let's look at some more questions. Can the lecturer help me? Well, the first question I would ask you is your query an academic query or is it administrative? Okay, so when a student phones me and says, did you receive my assignment? That's an administrative query and I have no idea. Okay, until that assignment reaches me as a lecturer, for me to mark it, I don't know where it is. Unisa is an enormous institution and we have an entire division that handles these assignments. So the lecturer can't tell you if it was received. I can't tell you if we could read it. I can't answer questions like that. What I can do is I can answer academic questions. So I can answer questions about the content. Did you understand the content? I can give you deeper insight into your feedback. For example, when you receive your assignment back and you ask me, what did you mean? That I can help you with. But I can't help you with administrative inquiries. Okay, can I submit online? Yes, yes, and yes again. Please submit online. All right, the more you can submit online using the My Unisa platform, the better it is. It's more reliable, it's quicker, and I can actually get your assignment within a day. Okay, if you submit it, I can get it almost immediately, and I can mark that assignment, I can begin marking that assignment, and trust me, you'll be able to read my comments because I'll be typing them. Okay, if I have to start writing comments for you, it's going to look like a doctor's handwriting and you're going to struggle. So rather use the feedback that I can give you on screen, online. Submitting online is just so much more reliable. What happens if you post that assignment? You're still welcome to post most of the assignments. You can still post, okay, but you have to take into account the time lag and, let's be honest, the reliability of the post office. Remember, this is your future. And I want to reiterate that as an adult learner, you need to take responsibility that your assignment reaches us on time. Now, if you're posting that in some remote post box, you're trusting that the post office is going to do what they said and deliver it on time. Okay, now I personally wouldn't take that risk, but you can still submit via post. If you are going to do that, what I would recommend is try to get to a Unisa regional office. Now, there are all over the country, there's Unisa regional offices. They'll have an assignment submission box. Now, if you can throw it into that box, at least you know it was delivered at a Unisa premises on time. Okay? So that's the best way to do that. When will my assignment be marked? Now, a lot of people think that if they submit the assignment a month before the due date, we're going to mark it a month before the due date. Well, we're not. We're going to wait until the due date and then we're going to start marking. And as a general rule, we try to mark everything and have it returned to students within 2 weeks. So we're going to do our best to stick to those timelines. A lot of that depends on how soon we get the assignments and we receive it after the due date. So there's so many variables. If it's an online assignment, there's a good chance it's going to be marked quicker. If it's a written assignment, I have to wait for it to be processed, sent via internal mail that reaches me at my office. then I can mark it or I can allocate it to a marker to do so. Either way, it's going to be marked within a 2-week turnaround period after the due date. Okay, how will you get your assignment results? Well, again, if you submit it online, there's a very good chance that your mark will be shown online, and then you can download the actual marked assignment. So again, on my Unisa, on the modules page, if you go to assessment info, you'll be able to find the marked version of that assignment. You'll see your result, and you can download the PDF. Okay, and it'll have all of my comments, or the lecturer's comments, or the marker's comments, or the e-tutor's comments, will all be included in that PDF document. Okay, so you can see your result and you can see how they came to that result. Alternatively, the assignment will be posted back to you. If it's a written assignment, it'll be posted back to you, so there's another delay, and then once you receive that, you'll be able to see the comments, but your mark will be available on my Unisa as soon as that assignment has been marked. Okay. What do you do if you fail? Well, that's a good question, because I said to you that your assignment also guarantees or gets you access to the exam. Well, the good news is that in the majority of modules, and I say the majority of modules because you have to check in your 101 tutorial letter for the rules, but in the majority of modules, submitting that first assignment will get you exam admission. Okay, whether or not you pass or fail, that's irrelevant, but you will then get exam admission. Okay. If you fail your assignment, you need to take that feedback into account, because you can't risk doing the same thing in the exam. Okay. So again, your year mark will be a bit lower. In modules where there's more than one assignment, this will be your motivation to do the second assignment and to do it even better. Okay, so you need to use that feedback and learn from the feedback. I've mentioned the feedback on your answers. Can you get a copy of the marked assignment? Yes. Again, it'll come via the post, or it will come on my Unisa. You cannot get a copy of your multiple choice assignments. All right? Remember, the multiple choice assignments, if you filled it in by hand, you colored in those blocks, you submitted it, gets marked by a computer, unless there's a major error, and that error will affect all students, not just you. Only then will we really look at a multiple choice. But for a multiple choice assignment, once it's marked by the computer, it's marked. Okay, so you can't get a copy of that, but for your written assignments, you can. Where do you find the contact details for the assignment section? Okay, as I said to you, the lecturers are not going to be able to handle administrative queries. That's for the assignment department, the assignment section. And I'm going to show you on my Unisa. You don't even have to log into my Unisa. Just go to the my Unisa page, and you can click on assignments and exams, and under assignments you'll find all the contact details. Look, on your assessment info page, I know this is might be a little bit difficult for you to see, but you will receive this PowerPoint as part of the resources for this live broadcast. What I've done here is I've listed the responses on the assessment info page. And the reason I've done that is because I always get questions, and very specifically about the one that says resubmit. Okay, so let's just look quickly. When you go to the assessment page and it shows you that table with all your assignments, you might see one that says cancelled. All right? Now, you can request an assignment to be cancelled as a student, or I as a lecturer can cancel your assignment if you, for example, submitted under the wrong code, or you submitted assignment 3 instead of assignment 1. Because it could be cancelled from that, for that reason. If it says cancelled, you need to inquire why. So the first thing you do is you can contact the assignment section and you ask them why it was cancelled, and they might refer you to the lecturer, in which case you follow up. Okay. Secondly, an assignment could show closed. That means you're late. Okay, you waited until the last moment, you missed that because of a load shedding, or because your computer battery went flat, or your mobile went flat. It's closed. That means you can no longer submit that assignment. A not yet open message tells you that we're not yet open to accept submissions. So often what we'll do with an assignment is we'll give you a specific date. We'll say, we believe that once you've been through all the material, you'll be ready on the 14th of March. And we'll open the assignment for submission on the 14th of March. Okay? If it says not yet open, just hold your mouse over the link that says not yet open, and it'll tell you when it will open. Okay, on hold means that we've got your assignment, we've marked it, but we haven't yet released the results. Okay, same thing, you can hold your mouse over the words on hold and it'll tell you when we will release the results. PP is for portfolios or for practicals or for a project. Now we use those portfolios and practicals, we use that for exams. Okay, so it's similar to an assignment, but the actual result is for your summative exam. Now this is particularly important for students in education where you are submitting portfolios the whole time. Okay? Now that mark is not released until the end of the semester because it is your final result. So it's regarded as an exam result. Then replaced. Okay, replaced means that you as a student went there and replaced your original submission. So let's say you uploaded a PDF, then you realize that you accidentally uploaded your electricity statement instead of your assignment. Okay, you can go there and you can resubmit. You can replace that assignment. Okay, as long as it hasn't been marked yet, and as long as it hasn't been moved through to the marking process. Okay, if it's already in the marking process, you can no longer replace that assignment. So you need to be very careful about what you are submitting. Okay, then the word resubmit. Now resubmit, I get so many queries about resubmit. Resubmit is not an instruction, students. It is just an option that if you want to resubmit, if you want to replace that assignment, you can. It does not mean you must resubmit it. We have received your original submission. It's being queued. It will be queued to be marked. But if you want to change it in the meantime, you can. It does not mean you have to resubmit. Okay? The other options there will say submit. That means the assignment it's open for submission. You can click on submit and upload your document and away you go. NA obviously means not applicable or not available. If you just see 3 little dots, that means we're busy marking it. It's being processed. NV is very similar to the PP. NV stands for non-venue based exams, and again the marks will only be available as part of the final results. Okay, and then XX, the marks have been processed but have not yet been released. Okay, very similar to on hold. So what I showed you, what I mentioned to you on the My Unisa page, there's a link, there's a nice big in the middle, a big block that says assignments and examinations. And when you click on that, you'll find all the contact details for assignment division. So if you have assignment queries about your mark, assignment queries about when it was received, assignment queries about when it was due, all those kinds of questions, you can contact the assignment section. All right? Again, remember to refer back to your 101 letter. All the module information is in your 101 tutorial letter or on your My Unisa site. Also, spend some time on the website. If you go to Student Affairs, you'll find that Unisa has just released, in the last couple of days, we've released an 0800 number, I think it's an 087 number, for any queries that you have to Unisa. So you can phone that number, it's a toll-free number, and you can be put through to assignments or ask any queries about assignments, registrations, finance, any query you have at Unisa. So this is a great step forward. We really are trying to be there for you as students and just have one extra line of communication. So that's it about assignments. I'm hoping you've been sending through some text questions along the way, and we're going to deal with some of them as we go along. Thanks, Sam. What if My Unisa is under maintenance when you want to submit your assignment? Okay, it's a very good question, and I have to tell you that in the next couple of weeks, that's no longer going to be an issue. All right, we're busy working on a different way of using My Unisa, that it'll never be under maintenance, but let's touch wood, we'll hope that that's going to happen sometime soon. In the meantime, I have to stress, you need to plan ahead. Please don't wait until the last moment. If you wait until the last moment and then My Unisa is under maintenance, you're running a risk. Okay? Seriously, try to get the assignment in before the due date. Where can I get a cover page when I'm submitting online? Well, the good news is you don't need a cover page when you're submitting online. Okay, because when you submit online, you're going via the My Unisa page, which means we already have your details. So we have your student number, we have the assignment unique number, and we have this file, this PDF that you've uploaded. What I do, however, recommend is, and this is just good practice, when you prepare your assignment, make the first page a cover page. Introduce yourself. Put your name, put your student number, and put the assignment, maybe an assignment title or an assignment, the module name or the module code and the assignment number, because it's just professional. It's just the right way to do it. But for a multiple choice question that you're doing online or for any other submission, you actually don't need a cover page in the traditional sense. Right. Is there any answer where none is the answer? Okay, I'm not sure I'm going to follow your question correctly, but if you're looking at let's say a multiple choice question, okay, very seldom. I tell you what, because it's not good practice to have a question where we say, which of the following is correct, and then one of those answers is none. All right, so maybe I'm not addressing your question correctly, but yes, you need to know your work. So if in a multiple choice question there's an option that says none of the above, that might just be it. Okay. And then again, a question concerning the cover page. Is it compulsory to have a cover page for an assignment? Again, if it's a written assignment that you are submitting via the post, yes, it is compulsory. Okay, we need a cover page. We need to be able to give you feedback. If we can't give you feedback, we need to reach you. So you need a cover page. And again, it's about being professional. When you submit any document, whether it's in a workplace or a report, or you're always going to have a cover page that introduces this document. Tells the reader what it's about, what the content is, and so forth. So a cover page, while it's compulsory for written assignments, it's good practice. So I'm not going to say it's compulsory, especially not on the online world, but it is good practice. So try to get into the habit of doing so. All right, we have another question coming through here. Just give me 1 second. Okay, this is more of a statement than it is a question. Someone has said they're having trouble submitting on My Unisa. Okay, we need to understand why you're having trouble submitting on My Unisa. The process to submit an assignment is to go to the assessment info, find the correct unique number, click on where it says submit, and then if it's a document, you would be able to then upload that document, and when you've finished uploading that document, you will receive a reference number that says we have received your assignment. That you need to keep. Okay, even if you take a photo on your phone, take a photo of your screen or print it or take a screenshot, but keep that because that's your proof that that assignment was submitted. Okay? If you're having other trouble submitting on My Unisa, maybe your connection times out every time you try and upload the file. These could be connection issues. Could be maybe you're using a cell phone to connect, or maybe the file type is corrupted. When you're uploading a corrupt PDF, or maybe you're trying to upload a Word document when it's actually a PDF is required. So there's a couple of variables, and it's a little bit difficult to answer that question directly. So what I'm going to suggest you do is, since we've got the SRU email address in this presentation, I'm going to suggest you put your question into an email, send it through to Sam. Sam will forward it to me, and I'll try and provide you with screenshots or detailed help in terms of how you can submit on My Unisa if you're having trouble. Okay, so do I still need to write my name on top of the page even if I submit online? No. When you're submitting online, you're submitting under your username, your student number, and those details are immediately attached to that submission. All right? I don't need your name when I mark an assignment. I'm looking at the content. However, again, good practice. If you're going to put a cover page, you can include your student number. It's not important to include your name. All right? I personally recommend that students make sure they put the student number, the module code, the unique number, and the assignment number, if it's assignment 1, 2, or 3, on the cover page of that assignment, even if you're submitting it online. Okay, that just helps to keep track of things. But your name is not important. In fact, it's probably better because when we like to mark anonymously. I don't need to know who you are when I'm marking. I just want to look at your contents. I want to see have you addressed the issues as asked. Okay. So, that brings me to the end of my session on assignments. Thank you for the questions. It's been great to interact with you. If you have any additional questions, please, this site will remain live and we will monitor the site. So you can actually just type in those questions, even though there's no video playing. You can type your questions into the text box, and our SRU team will be looking at those questions. They will answer you. If they can't answer you, they'll send it through to me, and I'll send a response. Alternatively, work via email. Send an email to the SRU, and they'll forward it through to me. The students, good luck. So make sure you get them done. Good luck with your assignments. Good luck with the feedback. Good luck with your semester, and all of the best for your exams. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Mike, for the presentation. Students, I really hope you took that very important, because that's really important information. So also remember, on top of what Mike has said to you, we've also sent you an email this week telling you about assignment preparation. So those links that are included in that email will tell you about note-taking, the importance of note-taking, the importance of trying different types of taking notes, because those notes will help you also to prepare for your exams. And remember, as you take notes, the information that you're putting down also sticks in your mind. So that's for people that don't just take note for the sake of taking note. That's for the people that are really preparing for their assignments and also for exams. So what we've also done is that we keep sending you emails. We sent out one, and we'll be sending out one again later this week. So please don't ignore those emails. They're very important. So keep reading those emails. And also remember, for you to receive those emails, you have to claim your My Life account. So if you have friends that have not done so, please encourage them to do so. It will make their life much more easier, and they'll receive the important information. So we also have what we call the broadcast, of which we're having one now, a first year experience broadcast. And the broadcast, we think, is important for you to receive the kind of information that we keep sharing. But if you feel they're not really relevant, please let us know and tell us what you need us to do to replace the broadcast. And we also have the mailbox. So during the broadcast now, you can drop us messages, you can drop us questions. But if you don't want to put your questions here on YouTube, you can send me an email at fye@unisa.ac.za. So the mailbox is responded to within 48 hours. So whatever question you have, if we're not able to address the question, we send it to the relevant people, and we will copy you when we do so. So please send us your queries, whatever issues you might be going through or questions you have, send me an email. I'll respond within 48 hours. So we also have what we call the website. So on our website, we upload all the information that we share with students, be it the emails that we send out, the broadcast that we host, our link to the FYE MOOC. So the information is there. So when you go to our website, you'll be able to see everything that we do. We also have what we call college guides. So for each college, we've put important information that we believe is important for first year students. So you can go to the guides. You can also go to contact us. If you don't want to drop me an email, you can give me a call. And if I miss your call, don't worry, I'll be able to call you back, because it records on the phone. So we also have what we call the first year experience massive open online course. So this is orientation available to you as a student all year out or throughout your study journey at Unisa. Remember, I keep saying this is really important. It has all the information that you need: Unisa readiness tool, preparing yourself to study at Unisa, career management, using my Unisa. So we've shared a broadcast on using my Unisa, but if you feel you need more information, you can go to our MOOC, go to the session on using my Unisa, go through the information there. We have library orientation, student affairs, we have digital literacy. All of these are important. So I ask you today to also go back, read more on these, give me comments, tell me what you think, tell me if the information is useful. So I want you, all of you, to log into to FYE MOOCs. So if you have not registered, this is how you're going to do it. You go to mooc.unisa.ac.za. So here are the steps. You create your own login details. So you go to new account, you click there, and then you join the MOOCs. You join MOOC FYE 101, 102, and 103. and you complete the MOOCs. Please give me feedback by sending me an email at fye@unisa.ac.za just to give us feedback on what you think of the MOOC. But if you don't want to send us an email, there's also a chat box there on the MOOCs. Type there and tell us your thoughts about the MOOC. So more about submitting assignments. This is what you're going to need. Even if you handwrite your assignment, you have to scan it. When you scan it, you must save it as PDF. And there's a size of the assignment, right? So in submitting assignments, you must go to My Unisa, go to My Admin. Under My Admin, go to Assessment Admin. Then you will see there's Assignment Submission, right? So you click on Assignment Submission. You will see that your student number will show, your email address will also show. Please make sure you read the notes. When you need more information, click on the step-by-step instruction for additional assignment help, right? So your assignments and your courses will show, right? And it will show you the type of assignment that you need to submit. So for example, here we have ILW 1501. So you find the correct module, you check the unique number. So each assignment has its own unique number. So for you to submit your typed assignment or your scanned assignment, you must click on Submit Assignment, right? So once you click on Submit Assignment, you should have already typed your assignment or scanned it, right? So the most important thing is that it's the size. It should be limited to 2 megabytes for it to upload faster. And if it's bigger, it might give you problems, right? So to submit, you choose File. When you choose File, you go to where you've saved your assignment. And then you click on Open, then it will upload, right? Depending on how you saved it, it will say your student number, in the course code. And then for the file format, please make sure you choose PDF, right? This is easy to open also for the lecturers and for them to comment on your assignment. If there's no error, you can then click OK. If there's an error, please go back, make sure you fix the error, and mostly at times the error is usually the size will be bigger. So you click back and you go and you fix the errors. But if there's no errors, this page will show, and then you must click on Continue. And remember, this page is really important. So you can either take a picture of it or print it out. This is to show that you've submitted your assignment. So please, students, make sure you submit your assignment and submit them on time during this quarantine time. Yes, it's a lockdown, but your schoolwork needs to continue. Please still put in more effort in your studies. Please submit on time. Remember, we care for you as Unisa, and we care for you as Unisa, and we want you to succeed in your studies. So contact us if you have any challenges. Contact us. We'll try by all means to assist. If you have any issues in trying to submit your assignment and all of that, please contact us. We'll try and send your information to the relevant people, try and get you help, right? So thank you very much, and please stay safe. Please follow the rules, stay at home. There's no need for you to be going out. Do your work via My Unisa, submit everything via My Unisa. It's very helpful. Remember, we're also moving towards the age of using things online, and now it's your time to test everything online and see if it works for you, and I promise you it will work for you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining the Student Retention Unit. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.